I'm going to try to tell you about the worst 10 days of my life. I was 39. I'm an only child. I've always been very close to both my parents. And in January 2009, my father had a stroke and he died 10 days later. Having 10 days to say goodbye to somebody is really both the best and worst case scenario, as you might imagine. Regardless, losing somebody that you love that much changes you. I was 39, but all of a sudden I felt 10 again. It was really a loss that shook me to my core. Sometimes I feel actually guilty because my childhood, in some respects, was kind of like a fairy tale. I mean, I don't have anything about my childhood that would make you cry. We were wealthy in all the ways that mattered. I had everything I needed growing up. Not everything I wanted, but everything that I needed. And also the love and the guidance that my parents gave me really gave me the security and confidence in myself that I still have today. And just feeling comfortable in my own skin and the world around me. I graduated from high school with honors. I went to college and I got a degree, and I moved away from home, and I got an apartment and a job, and I met a great guy, and we've been married for almost 20 years. We have two healthy, beautiful children. Many years ago, I was able to give up my full-time 9-to-5 job in favor of an at-home business, and I've been able to be home with my kids for the most part. I had and really still have it all. So who was I to want more? So here's the thing. My dad accomplished some really incredible things in his life. He was loved by many people, well respected for his professional contributions and also his volunteer endeavors. He had a way with people that few can ever match. He absolutely left a legacy in so many ways, but he still was not done. He just didn't have the body or the health that was gonna, make it for that longer haul. And when he passed, I was almost 40 years old, and I had to just ask myself, gosh, did I? And what kind of legacy was I gonna leave behind? I knew in the back of my mind that, and really at this time at the forefront of my mind, that there was somehow there was more for me to do. But at the time, just going on meant being the woman that my mother and my husband and my children needed me to be. So I prayed for three things. God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. What I could control, what I could change, was how much I moved and what I put in my mouth. So I made the commitment to change my eating habits, and I channeled my stress and my sadness into exercise. But I couldn't have done that alone. I partnered with a friend, and at the time, my Turbo Kick instructor was a Beachbody coach, and through her, I entered into another life-changing 10 days, except this was one of the best 10 days. In this 10 days, I really learned how to fuel my body with healthier foods. And I had more weight to lose, but I really wasn't focused on that. In some ways, I think I was just in survival mode, and it gave me something really positive to do, and it gave me energy, and it made me feel really good. So I just kept going. And I remember going to the doctor for my annual appointment several months later and getting on the scale and literally being in shock. I didn't even have a scale at home. My clothes were big, so I knew I'd lost some weight, but I couldn't believe the number I saw. I mean, it was beyond anything that I ever thought was possible for me or even expected, and I thought, surely this thing has got to be broken. But when I realized it once, I I don't know, I was just shocked. I was doing quite the happy dance. So I signed on as a coach that same year, which was the year after my father passed, for really more for a discount on Shakeology at the time than anything. And, but my friends were really noticing the changes in me. And one called and wanted to meet me for coffee, and she wanted to know all about what I had done. And she actually asked me for help. And it felt really amazing to have something significant to share with her. I mean, some tangible steps that would actually help her. And it was like a light went off, because I realized how much that what I had to share might really help her change her life. And so I just duplicated that process with others that were asking me the same question. And before I knew it, I had become a coach in the truer sense of the word. So through this process, through this opportunity, I have a legacy to build and to nurture and to share with other people. You know, for others that I can help live fuller, healthier lives, and for my family and for me. And everything about this feels just right. And I don't know why I'm crying now. But you know what? I didn't really ever think a lack of confidence was holding me back. But at the same time, I never thought that I could do a program like P90X or Insanity, or be a certified instructor, or knock out Insanity Sequel Asylum, or Body Beast, or Insanity Max 30. I mean, I never in a million years thought I'd be shopping for size 2 or 4 clothes. If you would have told me almost 6 years ago when I became a coach that in the next 5 years I would earn and go on 4 reward trips that were paid for, I would have told you that you had lost your mind. Because of Team Beachbody, I have busted my personal lid. I've redefined my possible. I've been able to achieve and maintain my very best physical health. I contribute significantly to our income. I can take care of the things and the people in my life that are most important to me. And I am surrounded by really supportive, like-minded people who only lift me higher and encourage me to dream even bigger. I have a purpose much bigger than me. And there's no doubt in my mind that this is where I'm supposed to be. There are days, I wonder if I'd found this earlier, if I could help my dad. But I think of him every time I'm hesitant to share with somebody. And I'm determined to live up to his legacy and leave a powerful one behind. So, you know, don't settle. Whether your life has been richly blessed like mine in all the ways that count, or one hardship or tragedy or drama after another, as I know people have to deal with unbelievable things. But say you're in a good place right now, but it still doesn't feel, or even if you aren't, but you know in your heart that it's not enough. Like, there's more for you to do. It's okay to want more for yourself, to pursue something greater. Know that it's out there for you. Bust your lid and rise up to it. Know that you can, and if you can save yourself in the process, it's just a double blessing. No one has a guaranteed number of days on this earth. But I really believe you want to do everything you can. We have to do everything we can to stack the odds in our favor, if not for ourselves, then for the people we love. But don't do it alone. Team Beachbody is a whole community designed to support you in being the best that you can be and living your best life. And all you have to do is plug in. So if you have connected with anything that you've heard me say, I'd really be happy to help you plug in. It would be awesome to have you on my team in any capacity. Thank you for listening to my story. Let's chat and maybe help you add to yours.